As we're nearing transition, our country is being taken to the dogs. When the spokesperson of police, RUSOKE, was asked about Mwanga Kivumbi, he jokingly refused to tackle this issue. In fact, he said these statements.
Jakusooka ne tubategeeza mu budde bwe tunaaba tubategeerezaamu, so musooke mutuleke ku ekyo.
That is RUSOKE. For the police, because I will take the statements of RUSOKE as something coming from the police. For the police to come out and deny having Mwanga Kivumbi and fail to give a statement, yet he was abducted in the country on full view of camera, it is so very bad. Remember, the NRA went to the bush because of the same act. It's the reasons why I will keep on saying that the revolution of NRM never ended, because they are now doing the same things they stood against: abduction, forceful disappearances, etc. You don't know what it means for the body responsible on arresting Ugandans coming out to say that they don't want to speak about that. Yes, that person was arrested and abducted on full view of camera. Now it's coming 2 weeks, contrary to the penal code, which resulted to even BOBI Wine coming out and commenting about this, because the person who was abducted, Mwanga Kivumbi, is a deputy president of NUP Uganda region. BOBI Wine came out to speak about the statements of RUSOKE. So the purpose of this video, I've come to talk about the position of police denying Mwanga Kivumbi's arrest, what it means for our politics, and most importantly, the statements we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you're into this channel, please subscribe. If you're watching this video from a different platform, please head on to YouTube, type in Sula Mawagale. There's a lot of content of this nature. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. Now, the spokesperson of RUSOKE coming out to jokingly mock the issues of Mwanga Kivumbi, it shows you how we must come out and talk about these injustices. Because the police has the sole mandate of arresting a person. The army doesn't. But we continue seeing the army and bodies that are not supposed to arrest people, put people in the basement. But when in a tweet came out to say the mocking, evil tone with which the police spokesperson responds to a question about our deputy president who was abducted by operative 17 days ago and is still missing to date, he even has the audacity to laugh as he talks about such terrible situations. That is a tweet by BOBI Wine, and it is the truth. When I was in primary, that is in Kabalaga Rays of Hope, one of the core duties of the Uganda police was to keep law and order. And law entails following the constitution. When you arrest someone, at least keep him for not more than 48 hours, then take him to court. What we are seeing with Mwanga Kivumbi is utter persecution. In fact, it is believed that when he was abducted, he has been tortured in the basement. And now they are buying time so that he can recuperate. Remember what happened to BOBI Wine? When they beat him in Arua, they first kept him in Makinde Barracks, treat him the wounds. So before he was brought to court. If it wasn't the pressure, they would have kept him for a longer time so that he can come out when he's well. Remember when Eddie Muto was abducted, he was tortured for a long period of time until he was dropped in court limping. The state is now feeding on its own children, and they use the police to sanitize through the police spokesperson. I also believe one of these atrocities are normally done by other security agencies, the CMY, the SFC, the UPDF, because the CDF has ever come out to say that he has people in the basement and he heads the UPDF. Now they use the Uganda police for sanitization, and the Uganda police spokesperson RUSOKE is being used to sanitize the brutality of the police, which must not be given platform. For me, I will keep on telling people that any injustice, anywhere, is injustice everywhere. You know, these injustices started on different people. BSJ, now Lukwago, Mwanga Kivumbi, etc. They will climax to other people. They didn't even start with the message. Remember the case of Alan Sewanyana. The people would be released in court and they are abducted right away. Can you imagine? So for me, I am going to see more brutality as we near transition. Everyone is helpless. Institutions in the country are supposed to speak up and keeping quiet. Even those who have offices, now they fear to speak out because they are human. Until Ugandans come out and speak about the injustices, we are not going to enjoy this country. And what pains me more is only a few who are practicing this injustice. I remember the colonizers came here. They ruled over us for more than 67 years, but they were the minority because they knew what to do. The people who apply these injustices are in small number. They may not even exceed 20 people. Okay? But they are putting Uganda at ransom. They are playing rational roulette with our nation without following the law. And I feel bad for my motherland. Of course, that's something I remain yours truly, Mr. Makinde Kabisolem and Margaret. If you're into this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment so that I can motivated to do more of such videos. I will see you on another one. Peace.